Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive intuitive, insightful answers from the tarot to your burning questions about business, career, entrepreneurship, personal development, spirituality, and more. Do you want to know how to create an ideal scene for your life so that you can move forward and actually create it? That's what we're going to ask the tarot today. How can we create the ideal scene? What do you need to know about it in terms of your career? What's your ideal scene in terms of your career or work, the work that you're doing? Secondly, your ideal scene relates to your physical possessions, your home, your car, etc. Things that you own in your life, the material things. What's that like? What's your ideal scene like? And finally, the third element, dimension of your ideal scene relates to what kind of a person are you? What personality traits, what gifts and qualities do you share with others? Those are the three core elements. As always, I would like to recommend a book. However, I'm not in my usual spot and I'm not near my library, so I wasn't sure exactly which book I was going to recommend this week, but what came to mind is a particular book that I don't have right with me now, but I will include it in the notes. I believe it's Awakened Imagination, but basically any book you choose written by Neville Goddard, that's Neville Goddard. He was raised in the Caribbean in the early 1900s, I believe. And I have several of the books, and I just can't remember which one it is, but one of the books which will go into the notes is that the way he explains visualization is incredible. I think he's got the handle on being one of the top experts on how to truly visualize something. And so if you're talking about the ideal scene in your life, in terms of your career, in terms of your possessions, and in terms of what kind of person you are, he is the go-to authority on how to make that visualization real. Truly real, third dimensional real in every sensory detail. So check out any book by Neville Goddard, but I will have the one that I'm thinking of whose title escapes me, and I will put that in the notes. Going to shuffle the cards very thoroughly and just wait for that ding. In terms of the question, how can you create an ideal scene in your mind that makes it so vivid that you can't help but achieve it in your life? All right. Get out 3 cards and we will get started. First card representing what ideally, the ideal scene, what kind of career, what qualities of a career or business should you have in your ideal scene? And we selected the Temperance card reversed. Now the Temperance card, normally if it's upright, it's a Major Arcana card, meaning the energy and the dynamics and the influence, the power of the qualities represented in this image are especially important in your life. They are foundational, that's what I'll say. And so if we're looking at the Temperance card and reversed, meaning it could be something that's internal or maybe something that's not outwardly expressed, or that's something that's on its way out. In reference to the question of the ideal scene, what do you need to know about your career? Well, or your business. It seems to me that it's suggesting the Temperance reverse is that you need a career in which you have the capability of expressing a flow of ideas. A flow, as we see here, the temperance and harmony and a balance of things. And type of career or business in which you, especially important because it's reversed, are able to express ideas in a way that's harmonious and balanced, that this is a deep need for you because this is reversed. It's especially important to you in your business or career, the workplace, that you have the opportunity to be able to tap into a flow of ideas and also to feel harmony in the environment, and to also have an environment that's conducive to having inspirational. We see this bright light, kind of an explosion. It's like a sense of eureka. You have to have that in your workplace. This is what it's suggesting, the temperance reverse, that is important to you. So part of your ideal scene would be picturing, would be visualizing an environment that allows you to turn within and tune within to be able to cultivate creative ideas and a flow, and just have a flow of energy. So that's the first core element, and it's very important because it's a major arcana, that is vital to you to have a workplace or business career in which you can experience deeply within you that the flow of ideas, the flow of creativity, and have moments of inspiration and moments of eureka. Now the second card that we've selected will represent in your material realm what is important to you, what's ideally what you should have. This is interesting. Now this card is the Four of Pentacles, or Four of Coins, relating to time, energy, resources, finance, cash, often associated with cash. So this is suggesting in your material world, and this card, depending on the question you ask, and since we asked, well, what do you need in your material world? Well, it appears that it's suggesting you need to be in a situation where you can carefully, and you do have savings, that you've got money in the bank, that you feel secure. Now, often this card is associated with being miserly or being scrimping on things. But given that the question's four is kind of having a solid foundation, a structure, suggesting that in your material and physical world, you should have perhaps a strong set of bank accounts that have a good amount of money in them, that you need to carefully guard your investments. So it's not necessarily negative, even though it's often associated with the miser, this miser attributes. But I think what it's saying is that you need to carefully preserve and protect your financial investments, and that you do feel it's important to have a good savings account, a good safety net. So that's important in your ideal scene, so that you are free from concerns, free from worry. So focus on setting up stability, financial security, however that is represented and defined by you personally. But that's what it's suggesting to me, that you, in your ideal scene, you are fiscally and financially secure. So include that in your ideal scene for the material realm. And finally, the third card will represent, in your ideal scene, who are you as a person? What qualities, what attributes do you express in your life? And we have another four, the Four of Cups, feelings, emotions. And it's reversed. Normally, when it's upright, it looks like this. And we see this individual who is receiving, I always see this as receiving a little divine opportunity. It's like an angelic, coming out of this little cloud, angelic cloud is an opportunity that this person either is contemplating or maybe resisting to some extent. But our question was, what attributes, qualities about yourself, what type of person that you need to be or to visualize in your ideal scene? And so what I see this, given that it's reversed, is that you need to picture yourself as someone who is not going to refuse opportunities, but you're going to be really open. So it's the opposite I see of the upright position, where this individual's looking a bit dissatisfied and not sure that he wants to accept this particular gift, and that he feels that something's missing. Well, I think, given that it's a Four of Cups reversed, is that in your ideal scene, you need to see yourself as someone who fully embraces opportunities, especially divine or little angelic opportunities as they come. You need to open yourself. Be the opposite of this individual's arms are crossed. It's kind of interesting because here we do have arms crossed twice. And so I see this card saying, well, you want in your ideal scene as feeling financially secure so that you just don't have that concern. However, as a quality you want to express, you want to release and be this whole feeling kind of self-contained and not sure about letting anyone else in. Instead, you want to be able to be fully open and fully embrace opportunities as they come. You do not want to sit them out and reject them maybe immediately. You want to open yourself, and the qualities you want to express are truly your feelings and your passionate nature. Just allow those to flow from you. Really tap into your feeling nature. That's something I think that you need to incorporate into your ideal scene. So in conclusion, when creating your ideal scene, and again, look into the book I recommend by Neville Goddard, because he teaches you exactly how to enter that scene in such sensory detail that is almost guaranteed to happen. But you want it in your career and your workplace to be in a situation where there's a flow of ideas, you have the opportunity to turn within, you have the opportunity to receive inspiration. That's important. So that can apply to any type of career, but there's certain ones that may come to mind. But you need to realize that's important for you in your ideal scene, having that there. And then picturing a situation where you are carefully saving, you have a careful savings account, you're carefully and mindfully preserving your financial investments. And finally, the card, you open yourself to opportunities. You don't close yourself off. You are open and you share from your feeling nature, and you share from a sense of abundance. I hope this has been helpful for you this week. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell so you can be notified of the next videos that are coming up. And next week, we're going to tackle the question, how can you clear your clutter? Until next time, remember to illumine your mind, inspire your life with the tarot.